Let's talk about the liver. How important is the liver for the human body? Well, if you would cut off 90% of the liver, the body will still regrow the liver to its full size. That's how important the liver is in the human body. And it's also the largest organ within the human body. And it does so many filtering processes for us. And we have the left and the right lobe of the liver. And each lobe has 100,000 of little hexagon-shaped cells. They're called hepatic cells, liver cells. And they have their own filtering process to filter blood and get rid of all the poison. And also has a bile duct. It also creates bile. And within the cells, within the liver cells, the hepatic cells, we have those little pigments. They're called the Kupffer cells. And those Kupffer cells go, around in the liver cells, and it picks up all the pathogens and poisons and toxins, and it dismantles them so that the purified blood can go back, to the body. That's how important the liver is. But let's talk about some of the main functions of the liver. I know there's many more, but I just want to stick to the main function, otherwise the video would take too long. All right, so as we said, the liver is filtering the blood, from pathogens, from toxins, from poisons. It stores vitamins and minerals and also carbs and proteins and fats in the form of glycogen. And the way it works is, so carbohydrates get turned into glycogen so that the liver can store it. But then when the liver needs that energy, that glycogen, it converts it back into glucose, goes back to the bloodstream, and the body can use it as energy. That's how amazing it is. And then it secretes harmful toxins. And when we come to toxins, it does a long list. Could be from pesticides, pollution, cleaning supply, and the list goes on and on. But we'll get to this in a minute. And then also it produces bile. Now, why is bile so important? The liver has a little storage room underneath, which is called the gallbladder. And in the gallbladder, the liver is storing its bile, which we need to break down fats once it enters the digestive system. It releases the bile to support and assist with fatty acids breakdown. That's how important the bile is. All right, now let's talk about what stresses the liver. Too much protein stresses the liver because the liver has to process it. Too much sugar and simple carbs. Again, when it comes to sugar, if you watch some of my videos, I'm not advocating sugar at all. I never eat any sugar. There's just nothing positive about it, unless it's like from a natural source, and even then I keep it to a minimum. And then also overeating, which was one of my issues because I always ate a little bit too much. So always stop eating, at like 70 to 80%. Right before you feel like you're getting too full, stop. You're stressing the liver too much, and you just, and it takes much, much longer to digest your entire food. And, you have to wait longer until you can eat your next meal. And then also enzyme-deficient food. So it's always important, stick to fermented food. Back in the days, our ancestors had such healthy gut bacteria. They never had any digestive issues. These days we have so many digestive issues because we're eating so much sugar and so much processed food and medication and drugs and alcohol, which all kills the probiotics. And by eating fermented food every day, like kimchi, that is my favorite, you not only support the liver, but you support your entire digestive system, and it's healthy, and you also put some of the good bacteria back in. And then we have drugs and medication, as we mentioned, and alcohol. Alcohol, everybody knows, it's bad for the liver. But why is it bad for the liver? But excess alcohol inflames the liver. And when the liver is inflamed, it can't do its job. And that will then cause many, many other issues. And then we have, too many toxins, heavy metals, pesticides, pollutions. Again, depending where you live, we can't do much about, the pollution, but when it comes to pesticides, it's really in your hands. Don't eat non-organic food. Trust me. You don't feel it. You don't think that there's a difference except the price. But internally, there's so much going on. The body and the liver especially has to process all that poison and is working so hard. And the liver is just getting bombarded with so many things. And it will just get to a point where the liver can handle everything. And then that causes so many diseases. So many diseases. And then digestive issues. And yeah, well, I made a list here. So some of those, and again, it's just a small list, but some of the issues that can occur when the liver is stressed or inflamed is digestive issues, constipation, low energy, allergies, diabetes, hypertension, obesity, infertility, and the list goes on and on and on. So you can all avoid that by eating healthy, doing sports, drinking a lot of fresh water, and stay away from processed food. Stay away from all the sugar, all the soda. It's, if you really understand internally how the body is processing everything, trust me, you would never do that to your body. You would never put the wrong gasoline into your car because you know you're going to damage it and it's cost you money, would you? So why do most people do that then with the body? It's because we don't notice it. We don't think it can happen to us. And then 5 or 10 years from now, boom, it hits you. And then you wish you would have listened to somebody. All right, so, and then let's talk about the happy ending. So what can you do besides, drinking a lot of water, eating fresh food, whole foods, not processed food, stay away from sugar? Well, there are some really good herbs that also support the detoxification process of the liver. My favorite and the best is still milk thistle. Now, milk thistle not only helps with the cleansing process, milk thistle is so powerful, it actually helps to regenerate the liver cell. So even if let's say you decide to go to a party and you want to have some drinks, you can actually take some milk thistle the night before, and then that will actually help to process the alcohol quicker without damaging the liver. But I didn't say that, okay? So it doesn't mean you can drink now every day. And then also dandelion. Dandelion root is also one of my favorites. Not only it's a mild diuretic, it helps you to flush out extra water. That's why it's important to drink a lot of water, but it also helps with the cleaning process of the liver and also the kidneys. And then we got ginger, we got burdock dog root, we got horsetail, wormwood, black nut, walnut, and garlic. So those are some of them, and also turmeric is also a good one. So you can buy them separately. You can buy them in a tincture form that has everything in there. They sell it online, and take it every day because trust me, it is so important to have a healthy liver that's fully functioning because the liver does just so many things. It even regulates your hormones, your estrogen, your testosterone, everything. So if the liver is not functioning, and it can't process all that stuff, it doesn't matter how healthy you're going to eat. It doesn't matter, if you're on testosterone replacement therapy. If the liver can process it, it can do much. So keep the liver healthy. If you have any questions, just let me know. I'm here for you. Thanks.